Les séparations du P80. Allumage du Zéphiro 23.
The DDO has called out separation, the first stage, coming right on time, and ignition later. This is what it looks like on the animation.
Zéphiro 23 est nominal.
So we're into the second stage burn. Second stage is called the Z23, Z for Zéphiro. Will burn its solid rocket motor for 86 seconds. And again, if you're following the mass and the fuel numbers, she weighs 26 tons, and 23 tons of that are fuel. Coming up to separation shortly of the upper stage. While we're looking at people more dramatis personae, we're going to see the people from ESA. As you can see, the invited guests filing back into the hall here after this very, very spectacular launch. Looking at some of the people from ESA, Charlotte Besco, Vega is an ESA program. Over 1,000 people from 400 European countries and industries have worked on development of the new launcher. ESA was operator of the first 6 flights. Airbus and Thales Alenia Space. Greetings also to everyone at ESA, CNES, and Arianespace around the world. To all of our industrial partners and all of you watching on the internet. We hope you all enjoy the broadcast. We're just seconds away from liftoff, 15th Vega mission, Falcon Eye 1. We'll cut away and let you hear the DDO. She'll call out the final 10 seconds. The mission is about to begin.
À tous de DDO, attention pour le décompte final. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, top. Allumage P80 et décollage VV15 avec Falcon Eye 1. La propulsion du P80 est nominale. Et la trajectoire est nominale. Réception de la télémesure lanceur par la station de Saint-Jean-du-Marais.
Ariane 5 is a heavier vehicle, rises much more slowly, weighs 6 times as much. But Vega lifting off perfectly from French Guiana, beginning the 15th mission in her young career. Weighing 138 tons at liftoff, they call her the light launcher compared to Soyuz and Vega, but over 100 tons isn't exactly featherweight, but what are you going to do? The first stage burning now, as you can see. It's produced in Colleferro near Rome by the Avio people, then delivered here to French Guiana. You saw some of that in the video on the launcher campaign. The first stage weighs 96 tons, 88 tons of that are fuel. Most of any launcher's weight is propellant. The first stage burns its single engine for about 2 minutes before being jettisoned, and you'll see that, and you'll hear the DDO call that out. The launcher signal is, of course, being followed at all times. Right now, our first downrange tracking station on the ground is taking the signal. There's a station here at the base just behind us in Jupiter called Galileo. The second is a little downrange at a place called Saint-Jean-de-Maroni here in French Guiana. And
allumage du Zéphiro 23.
The DDO has called out separation, the first stage, coming right on time, and ignition of the second stage, coming 1 second later. This is what it looks like on the animation.
Zéphiro 23 est nominal.
So we're into the second stage burn. Second stage is called the Z23, Z for Zéphiro. Will burn its solid rocket motor for 86 seconds. And again, if you're following the mass and the fuel numbers, she weighs 26 tons, and 23 tons of that are fuel. Coming up to separation shortly of the upper stage. While we're looking at people more dramatis personae, we're going to see the people from ESA. As you can see, the invited guests filing back into the hall here after this very, very spectacular launch. Looking at some of the people from ESA, Charlotte Besco, Vega is an ESA program. Over 1,000 people from 400 European countries and industries have worked on development of the new launcher. ESA was operator of the first 6 flights.
Trajectoire dégradée du VV15.
From flight number 7 in 2016, that were all taken over by Arianespace, who holds exclusive rights to market and sell the launch services. ESA remaining.
Séparation du Z23.
ESA remaining the head of the Vega team.
Et allumage du Zephyr9.
Owner of the Vega Launch Complex, of course. Vega operating at an average launch rate of 1 to 2 missions per year currently.
Perte de l'accélération.
She's the only launcher in her class now in regular production.
Séparation coiffe.
And the DDO has called out separation of the fairing. We can separate the fairing now because we've made it about 120 kilometers above the Earth. We're out of the atmosphere. Passenger now getting its first taste
La trajectoire est très dégradée.
of space. The fairing protects the passengers from the jolts and pressures of the Earth's atmosphere. A word now from Armel Girard, the Mission Analysis Technical Authority.
Hello, I am the mission analysis responsible for this flight. This means that I have to ensure that the flight respects the customer and the French law requirements in terms of trajectory, performance, separation, and safety. The required performance for this mission is a little bit less than 1,200 kilograms for a total launch vehicle mass at liftoff of about 138 tons. The flight of the 3 solid boosters, PAT, DEFIRO23 and DEFIRO9, will last around 6 minutes. This part of the flight will be followed by the standard North ground tracking station network, Gallio and Saint-Jean in French Guiana, Bermuda and Saint-Hubert in Canada. Then the Vega upper stage, the AVUM, will be ignited for 8 minutes in order to inject the launcher into an elliptical transfer orbit. After a long ballistic phase of 38 minutes, a second AVUM boost for 1 minute of a New Norcia ground station will allow to circularize the orbit. Once the targeted orbit will be reached, Falcon Eye 1 will be released 57 minutes after the liftoff.
We have been informed that I think we've lost telemetry. We have a slight telemetry loss. The flight director informing us that we have lost the telemetry link with the launcher, so we're waiting for word from Arianespace. So please wait with us. We'll see. Again, flight directorate informing us that the telemetry link with the launcher has been lost. So we're waiting for word for Arianespace on the situation, so we'll ask you to please wait with us.
À tous de DDO, que tous les moyens restent activés pour une mise en configuration d'arrêt de la base de lancement.
Ladies and gentlemen, as you have seen, about 2 minutes after liftoff, around the Z23 ignition, a major anomaly occurred, resulting in the loss of the mission. On behalf of Arianespace, I wish to express my deepest apologies to our customers for the loss of their payload and telling them how sorry I am. From the first flight data analysis, we will get in the coming hours more precise information, and we will communicate to everybody at the soonest. Again, let me present my deepest apologies to our customers. Thank you.